So today we're going to look at probability, and we're going to look at two key concepts. One, relative frequency, which we were looking at in the previous video, and expected frequency. So relative frequency is the estimate of the actual probability of an event occurring. It is calculated by the number of times the event happens, all divided by the total number of trials. And expected frequency then is the number of trials multiplied by the relative frequency. Okay, so here's an example. A coin is flipped 10 times and it lands on heads 6 times. What is the relative frequency of getting a head? So we just put the total number of times the event happened, which is so relative frequency equals the total number of times the event happened over the number of trials, which is 6 over 10, which is 0.6. And then finally, what is the expected frequency of getting ahead in 50 trials? So if we use our relative frequency here, so first of all, our number of trials, which is going to be 50, multiplied by our relative frequency, which is 0.6, and that will give 30 times in total. Okay, so here's another example. I want you to try this one for yourself. So a die is rolled 6 times. The outcomes are as follows: 2, 5, 5, 4, 6, 6. What is the expected frequency of getting an odd number if we roll the die 20 times? So the first thing I want you to do now, I want you to pause the video just after I stop talking. And first of all, find the relative frequency of getting an odd number. And then from that, I want you to find the expected frequency. Okay, so pause the video here and have a go, and then come back when you're done. Okay, so let's have a go with this. So we can see here from our outcomes that we had one odd number, two odd numbers, just two. Okay, so we have 2 total events over the number of times of the trial, which is 6, which gives me a third. And for my expected frequency, well, I have 20 multiplied by 1 over 3, and I'm just going to write that as a top-heavy fraction because I know it's going to be a hard decimal. So I'm going to leave it as 20 over 3, but you can write it as decimal if you wish.